Okay, here we go. Hopefully I set up everything properly beforehand. Who knows? I just hit some buttons. You know what I mean? I hit some funny buttons. Send out that tweet. There we go. And then I'm going to finish getting ready in other ways and plug my phone in. And then we are actually good to go at that point. Actually good to go being a very relative term at the moment, but we're getting there. I set out wanting to start stream at like 12 when I woke up this morning. And like, you know, sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to. Sometimes they just go a little wonky, but that's okay. I can't see chat right now, by the way. So if anyone's talking in chat, I can't see that. I'm sorry. There we go. I can now see chat again. Okay. Let's see. What's the reset button? There it is. Anyway, so we're playing Mystical Ninja starring Goemon today because I feel like it. Because I had the option to. So I am. Like, this is a very obscure game, apparently, but I fondly remember this game as a kid. Like, this was one of my favorite games as a kid. Also, yes, there's a new emote. Brand new. There's both a new emote and a new, back soon screen. I'll flash it on screen briefly. It exists. There it is. Anyway. Oh, it did not like that. There we go. What do you mean no Goku? It's not every character with spiky hair is magically Goku. It's really not. Anyway. A nice little birdie. I have so much nostalgia for this game for like no like good reason really. Never come again, you punks. Also apparently this game is part of a whole actual series and I just never knew that as a kid. Abisamara believes in his beauty. I'm sure that's fine. I don't think it's called being a drag queen when you take all your clothes off. Yeah, I don't think that's true. What was that great big thing just now? Section of Edo Castle? Probably, yeah. Yeah, your poor ace eyes. How will you ever survive? Oh god, yeah, flash warning. Jeez, you can tell this game was made before before the 2000s, you know? Jesus. That is so much flash. Although, to be fair, flashes like that were not as bad on CRTs. CRTs, is that the old kind of TV? I don't think CRT is the right acronym, but whatever. Yeah. Because of the way old pixels worked, they didn't cause that kind of flash on older TVs. It's very... What's that commotion outside? Nothing to worry about. It's fine. What's going on? Anyway, the castle is a little changed by that. Our cunning plans. How'd you get gypped? The Lord's place again? I didn't know you could even get the same emote twice. Anyway, you have to go home and get changed into something decent. No. Oh heck. What's going on this? Okay, I don't remember, like, okay, so I remember, like, a couple specific things about this game, but it's been at least a year, like, not at least a year, at least a decade since I actually played this game. So my memory of the rest of the game gonna be real shaky. Anyway, we can go outside now. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me figure out what button did that again. We can crawl. Look at this animation, it's beautiful. Oh yeah, I can. What button did that? How did I? Okay. That's how I turn the map on. That's how I change characters. That's how I change what gear I have on. Got it. He's doing the worm indeed. Yes. Yes, what is it? There's a huge commercial. Someone new will be moving into the tenements. What? When's that? Sorry, even I don't know that. What does that mean, moving into the tenements? Gomon tenements. Oh, I see. The castle was hit by a mysterious beam, turning it into European castle. If that beam hit me, would it turn me into a model EU citizen? Alright, let's pick up some coins. You can do it. You'll do great today. That's your 5-second motivational speech. You're welcome. UFO? What do you mean? I'm 85 years old, you know? I keep wanting to use the right analog stick to turn things, and that's what the C buttons are mapped to. Okay, it doesn't look like I can dive in any way yet. I must need an item for it. That's pretty common in this era of gaming. You should sell 5-second motivational speech. I should. I'll make that like 1,000 points. or something. Oh, I did not mean to talk to you again, please. I just wanted to know if I can interact with this tree over here. I don't remember. Okay, doesn't look like it. So the camera pointed me this way, so I feel like this is the like correct direction. So we're going to go the other way. You know, the way you should play video games. It looks like, oh, hey, no, you jerk, get back here. Give me that money back. I lost a lot of money on that, actually. Which way to Ida Castle? Passing this gate and over the... Okay, so I go through this gate and over the bridge. Way to Mount Fuji. Lead you to the fortune teller. We must turn the corner and go straight. They will find the Kai Highway, which will lead you directly to Mount Fuji. Okay. Who are you? Anyway, Robo Officer. Yeah, right. Like, I thought you were protecting peace. That guy just stole my money. I don't really need any money right now, but still. I can make a big fuss over. Heck. Front of castle, police box. Okay. It's impossible to enter Oda Castle. However, there should be a star block set for emergencies. You should be able to move forward if you have the chain device used by Mokube, the pipe maker. Okay, okay. Need some kind of item to actually get there. I vaguely remember this. I'll be honest, I mostly played this game for the impact sections because they were so fun. I feel my blood rushing. I want to totally master the art of swordsmanship. Good for you, buddy. Is that thief back? Can I take him out again? Darn it, he still got the money from me. I hate this. Okay, this time I'm gonna hit him without him getting my money. I believe. Wait, if I hit him, I don't get any money back? This sucks. Would I ever do silly reading streams? Maybe. The answer to would I ever do any kind of stream is if I felt like it. So chances are high for any kind of shenanigans. You spend the peace of this town. By the way, I have no job. You look like a kid. I wouldn't expect you to have a job. What? Like, that does not look like an adult model. Why? I'm confused. What do you have to say? I was sure to go to the Thundergate. That's the way of my life. You know, I'm planning to cause trouble. Will fall victim to my atomic stick. You know, I gotta admire the move to Mount Fuji as a UFO maniac. Prefer UFO to appear after you move. I should have taped it for him on a video camera. Okay, I bet he'll want some kind of video of that to get the stick. Each peach that just came flying. What in the world was that? Who in the world is going to eat such a huge peach? I don't think that was a peach, buddy, but whatever you said. Wait. Hello? There's a warning from the messenger. If you're gonna save an adventure diary, go to the end. It's like you don't try to keep a save of all your adventures up to now. Okay. Edo Town's where the real Edo people live. Okay. No, I don't want to talk to you again. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I think the most annoying part of this is right now is I got used to playing on the PS5, and when I'm playing on the PS5 I have constant access to chat. Like, I think I might, that's probably gonna cost bucks. I'm not gonna do that because I had constant access to chat and I don't right now. I have to actually look to a different monitor. Like, it's still visible to me, but it's further over. So if I'm responding slower to chat, that's why, because I got used to it being on that monitor. It's magic. Okay, I'm happy for you. Eat. So I'll have some kiwi dumpling iced tea and some cinnamon rice crackers. I forgot my wallet. What's going on out there? A strange UFO has come to town. A UFO? You mean like a flying saucer? Does that mean the aliens have come? I've come to see Omitsu. I don't doubt Omitsu is the best beauty of this town. They don't have pizza. Drink your coffee while standing up, but that's okay because this is where the most beautiful woman in town works. At least they thought of a good reason to not animate chairs, you know? Like sure, they didn't animate the chairs, but I am silly. That's true. Facts. I'm pretty sure I did not talk to pretty much any of these people when I was a kid. I don't remember any of this, so I'm pretty sure I just ignorantly ran forward and then figured out the order of how to play the game, and then never thought about actually talking to people. I played a lot of games like that as a kid. Like, I think the only game I actually played, I have not heard of Happy Science Anime. Okay, so I can order food. Does this go into my inventory or does it heal me? Okay, it just heals me because she didn't let me buy it because my strength gauge is full. Okay, it doesn't look like I can talk to any of them. I can't talk to this guy. I've stopped dieting just now. Good for you, buddy. What would I like? Dumplings. Okay, it looks like, yeah, all it is a healing station, and I cannot talk to her separately from the restaurant. There's so many things to interact with in here. You looking for something? So these, I think, yeah, I can actually take these around. Okay, well, I will simply not take damage, you know, so I don't need them. That does sound pretty cult-like. I'm guessing it's a Scientology. Like it's supposed to be like based off the way Scientology is or something. Or is it based off a different cult? Okay, so there's armor here. This, you can defend yourself by resisting 3 shots from the enemy. No thanks. So I'm guessing this just keeps me from 3 attacks from the enemy. Okay. 5 attacks from the enemy. Okay, so that's just a way to extend my health bar. I see. That's cool. I don't care. Because I will simply not get hit. That sounds wild. What's the end? Spend the night. This is a full heal. Which isn't probably great. It doesn't probably matter right now, but will matter later. Okay, so we save. We did it. We successfully saved the game. Look at us go. Yeah, that sounds very silly. I'll be able to steal my heart just using just a flying peach. Well, I didn't want it anyways, so, you know. It's just fortune dolls to bring you happiness. If I want to take it no matter what. I believe fortune dolls are what gives you more health. Okay, and that wraps back around to here. I did not mean to throw that. I keep pressing buttons, wanting that to control the camera. If I just... Surely not, right? Surely not. Oh my gosh, that does work. I'm not gonna do that because I don't need any money right now, but I'll remember that things like that work for later. Anyway, now that I know I can just go in these houses. Hello. Nobody used to live next door to us. He was a pipe maker, but he moved to Mount Fuji. That's why nobody lives next door. Okay, that's cool and all. I don't care. But, I mean, I do, kind of, because I have to go find that guy eventually, but, like, I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, I recognize that it's important information, but I still don't care. I guess nobody's moved into the house yet, after that guy moved out. Some kind of commotion again. Does that mean your adventures are about to begin? A new start for Mystical Ninja. I mean, yeah, pretty much. That's true. That is what's happened. Click on this house yet? Is this the empty one? Or is this next to the empty one? This is the empty one. Okay. There's 3 houses in each set then. Okay, let's get the one on this end. Anything interesting? As it said, nobody lives next door. Don't as you said me. Okay, and this house is the last one. Commotion going outside. I wonder what's going on. I get frightened easily, so I'm afraid to go and see you. Still, I can't help but take a look. Honestly, relatable. That's a relatable character right there. You know, whatever. Are you saying I should have called it Pap? Which, honestly, fair. I am paying attention to you. Okay, gotta actually beat this jerk up so that way he can't steal from me. And then we're gonna go through the gates, that way we can get the knowledge of what we need to do. Is the bridge the actual Nihonbashi bridge? I must say it's a beautiful bridge, fit for the honor of Edo. Okay. It was just there, but the bridge leads to Edo Castle's been destroyed, so no one can get in. Now it's going to happen. To be continued. Okay. Yeah, I saw Satan Alien Catboy. I saw that. I just didn't comment on it. Emergency star ball I can use, so you can get through by using the chain pipe. Well, we don't have a chain pipe, so sucks to be us, I guess. Let's see if there's anything I can get to with the water. I suspect the answer is no. I suspect this is completely impassable until you get the chain pipe. That's definitely what they're going with. Let's stop talking about the weird cult thing. The weird cult anime. Let's move on. There are other things to talk about. Okay, so I can either go up there, which is just back to where it was, or I can go down here. I'm curious where this goes. Look at how pretty this game is. I don't know. Ooh, hey look. It's a thing. Received a silver fortune doll. With 3 more, your strength gauge will increase by 1. We got our first fortune doll. Go us. Do 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 do. Yeah, you're right. There's nothing at all to talk about in that song. I thought that was landable, and it was not. You're right. There's nothing at all talkable. Like, nothing in that sentence is possible to talk. Who are these guys? What bridge am I on? Oh, I see. That's where I ended up. Okay, what do you people have to say? When we pass this checkpoint is to get the super pass from the Lord. Oh, I see. We have to. This is the. We have to go deal with Edda Castle before we can exit out this way. Got it. Have I talked to you? I think I have. Yeah, I did. Okay. Who doesn't? That's what we can talk about. Overgeared is a great novel, and people should read it. It's good. I believe in your ability to become Grid. Okay, around the corner by the fortune tellers. That's good to know. Worry, worry, I worry. When someone worries you like this, best thing to do is go see a fortune teller. The plasma power, your worries will fade away. That sounds so suspicious. But, you know, it's whatever. Let's go talk to a fortune teller. Yeah, this doesn't seem suspicious at all. This person clearly knows what's up. Like, this guy knows, like, this fortune teller knows what's up. I'm gonna plasma fortune teller. Solve your worries for 10 Ryo. Ah, yes, please. Solve my worries. Turn on the left-hand side when you face this fortune teller. That will take you to the Kai Highway, which will lead you to Mount Fuji. Thanks. Thanks for that information, buddy. I appreciate it. Mount Fuji to the west. I just want to hurry up and eat and get to bed. Also, I absolutely just used the fortune teller as a kid instead of actually talking to all the other people that you have to talk to figure things out. Ow. Well, that went great. You know, my first interaction with an enemy, and I just immediately got hit. In other words, we're doing great. You know what? We'll be... Yeah, we have a hammer. Do you have any other weapons? No? Okay. Got a hammer. Yeah, that's right. Honestly, the hammer's not that terrible. Like, I definitely prefer Goemon, but you know. Who's that? Like, is it, I can only change characters when stationary? Yeah, I can only change characters when stationary. Interesting. Got him. So there's a thing up here I can interact with, but we're going to ignore that for just a moment. Go over here. Beat up all these jerks. You know, I feel like beating up some enemies. That sounds fun. Do I really need to? No, not at all. But it sounds fun, so I'm going to. You know? Uh-oh. We're fine. I didn't almost get hit. You saw nothing. Anyway, let's see what's in here. You know, the suspicious building in the middle. A coffee shop. Ooh, I like coffee. Actually, I don't, but, you know. Appearing all over the place, tagging Travis and Pat. You should be careful yourself. Yeah, I noticed those. At 30 Euro, this will get you motoring. Sure, I'll try some. Anyway, so on the dancer called Impact. Apparently, he's now a big star in the US. Next, going to be in a movie. He's a model of the American dream. Impact is great. You're a traveler. How would you like a map of Japan to assist you on your voyage? I'll sell it to you for a discount. How about it? Yes, I really want it. We said that. The enthusiasm. I like people like you. Here, you can have it. No charge. Okay. I call this a present to you. Step outside any building and press the start button. You can switch to the map and back using the Z button. Ah, cool. Awesome. I have a map now. World map obtained. Also, I have a menu. I didn't even know that. Okay, so I cannot... I say world map, but it's just Japan. But, like, it's effectively the same thing. You know? It's serving the function of the world map, because that's how big the area is. Yeah, no merchant ever just gives you that kind of thing for free. Like, that would not have been free, but, you know, we take it anyway. Okay, I don't really see anything else. Looks like if I fall in the water, I get back up using this over here. I'm going to look around and see if there's anything interesting in the water. I see a waterfall over there. Doesn't look like there's anything super over here. Okay, jumping is not faster. What if I attack? No, still not faster. Okay, well, doesn't look like there's any movement tech right here. You should be tired. You barely slept. Like, I got 6 hours of sleep, and compared to you, I look like I got the most rested full sleep that anyone has ever gotten. Okay, there's nothing over here. I want to get all the fortune dolls. I'm not sure I ever did that as a kid. I don't think I ever 100%ed this game. I think I only beat it once. I just played the beginning a bunch because I really liked the impact fights. So I would play to the first one of those and just do it and then stop. Not very long. That's the answer to how long you slept. Like, that's the answer. Not very long. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing... This is a rare experience for me because while I've played this game before, it's been a long time since I played a game without having walkthroughs and looking things up handy. But I kind of want to relive the experience I had as a kid where I just played it. You know? I was seeing if the D-pad did anything, but it doesn't look like it. Okay, now we got these guys who I believe shoot at you. Yeah. Ow. Look, let's not talk about that one. It's fine. It's fine, we healed. Anyways, there's a thing I can interact with over here, but it looks like it's the exit out of this area. I don't want to exit the area yet. No, you did not actually sleep during it, I don't think. If you did, it was like barely. So that's a thing over there. How do I get over there though? Here probably. Okay, well. Up here, but okay, well, jumping is hard, you know, like vertical movement is hard. Anyway, there's another fortune doll. I think there's 40 in the game. I just realized I don't have a button to open achievements mapped. 1 second, I'm gonna fix that. Fun thing, you guys actually get to see my set in the settings menu. Right, input, hotkeys. Is there a hotkey for achievements? There should be, right? You'd think. No? Aim. Why is there not a hotkey? Open up achievements. That's lame. Maybe it's in achievements. Nope. Okay, well, lame. I assume there should be one somewhere, but I don't know where it is. I would love it if I could. I'll look more later for something like that. I just don't want to do it on stream. But actually, I'm going to quickly just go RetroArch see achievements. There's some kind of quick menu, and that's where that is. Let me look under input. Your control settings, maybe? No. Hotkeys. Anyway, I'm looking for quick menu. Retro arc quick menu. How do I open quick menu? Okay, so this is considered the quick menu. How? Here, there's a search function in this, right? There is. Quick menu. Did it find anything for me? It's like, no. Yeah. Quick menu. Oh, I'm blind. Okay, that's how I see the achievement list. Boom. Oh, I need to block what I'm pretty sure is a bot. Full screen this so I can have an easier time doing this. You are hilarious, by the way, Key. You know what? When I make roles later, I'll make you a mod. I literally don't even have roles. Although it says I have a mod button. I have no idea what it does without anything set, but there you are. You're now modded. Congratulations. Did you actually press all those buttons, or was that automatic? Because that was like immediate. The heck? I didn't think so, because that was like... immediate. That was weird. Whatever. Anyway, we made it to Mount Fuji, and we got an achievement for being at Mount Fuji. Good for us. First achievement obtained. Anyway, let's climb up Mount Fuji. Actually, I should do something first before I climb up Mount Fuji. We're going to quickly make sure there's no fortune dolls around. That's apparently the default mod icon. I might change it later to not be a sword. I'm not sure I like that as a mod icon. I'm sure you can change the icon. I'll see what other options they have. I prefer a shield icon for mods or something, you know? Like, they're the defenders, not the attackers. Wait, I have an unban request? Is it the bot that I just banned? Like, where do I even see that? I don't actually know. I actually don't know where to see unban requests in this. I'll look at it later, but that's funny. Not super surprised I have an unban request. Like, I banned a bunch of bots. I'm fairly confident I've never banned anyone who wasn't a bot. Like, I'm fairly confident I've only banned bots, so that's funny. I'll look at it later, and it'll probably be me telling the bot to go shove it. I have no idea what the perspective of a mod looks like. Did I just hit one of those giant boulders and destroy it? I can do that? Wait. Next boulder, please. I have to... Yeah, okay, I can destroy boulders. I did not know I could destroy boulders. That's new. I will check Discord momentarily. Also, one of the enemies on a lower level respawned. I meant to swing as I walked into that boulder, and then I did not. Those, I believe, just full restore your health. How do I... Can I snap the camera behind me in any way? Okay. If I stand still, it goes behind me. Got it. Okay. Figured that out. Oh yeah, it's like a little mini version of what I can see. Huh, yeah. Yeah. Mine has more buttons, and I think looks nicer. I probably have to explicitly say that you can. I don't know. I'll worry about it later. Apparently I can see a list of my followers. I didn't know that. Maybe under moderation I can see ban requests? Or unban requests, rather. Unban requests. Can turn unban requests on and off, but I don't see... I'm looking for and stuff, and I'm not seeing it. Oh well. Whatever. It probably is silly. I'll look at it later. Once I figure out where in my interface it is. From 2 years ago. What? Who'd I even ban 2 years ago? What? Okay, I can't hurt this thing. It's sadly immune to my my attacks. Hide. Commander root. Who? I don't even remember this interaction. Ow. I'm good at life. Ow. Look, I'm impatient, and these things are hard when you're impatient, you know? Ooh. That boulder's rude. I remember getting hit by that boulder as a kid and getting knocked off that cliff. That boulder is rude. Legit, the guy said nothing. It was probably just a bot then. Or I just a bot that threw an automatic, automatically threw an unban request because I had them enabled in the hopes that it would work out. Okay, let's... Don't unban. Don't though, because I'm almost certain that that was in fact the bot. What are you doing here? I have come to the greatest mountain in Japan, so I could train to become the greatest worker in Japan. Okay, buddy. I'm happy for you. Hey, buddy. You got some good pipe? You think, well, let's see. Yes, I know. Take this. I'm honored to hand you my pipe. It attaches to the block with the star mark. I really expected to have to do more work to get the chain pipe. This is now possible to attach this to the star mark and cross large gaps. Until the girls cheer for you saying, oh my, that pipe you had was so fashionable. Okay, buddy. I was just expecting this to be like some work. And instead he was just like, you can just have this. Like, okay. Sure. I absolutely one time jumped off one of these for a coin. Does that respawn if you do that? It does. Once again, it's good to know if I ever need money that I can do that pretty easily. Also, funny thing, I don't think it's counting you as a viewer anymore, Gee. But not sure. Could also just be that it's doing that thing it does where it's like, you only have 3 viewers now. I don't know. It'd just be saying that I've only got 3 viewers, which is a little odd, considering, weird. The way that it counts viewers is not consistent. My Stream Manager will count it one way in real time, and then the stream after will count it another. I'm honestly unsure how it figures anything out. Is this the one I originally used to get here? Wait, what do you mean the queue? Is there a queue for those that actually marks them as done or not? Because if so, that is not visible by default on my view. That's so weird. Like, I can't see that. So it looks like I could jump off one of these if I wanted to. Jumping off do be sounding kinda fun, not gonna lie. Do be sounding kinda fun to do. Whee! So this just in, jumping into the volcano doesn't do good things for your health. I did lose health doing that. Okay, yeah, this is the... Camera does not like it when you do large height changes like that. Okay, yeah, that's normal entrances. Okay, it looks like I've gone everywhere here now. So I'm gonna jump. I think I'll start doing stuff like that once I have more viewers. Like around the time when I start like regularly having around 10, I'll start doing more interactive stuff like that. Anyway, so we got the chain thing. Ow. We'll mug these jerks for cash, although we don't really need to, but we'll do it anyway. Like, it's honestly really unnecessary to mug these jerks for cash, but like, we're here doing it anyway. Do 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 do. Also, we are achievement hunting, so I will be doing weird things for achievements in a bit. Wait a second. Hold up. I don't think this map is quite right. It says I'm already past the door when I'm already just here. Okay, well, that's funny. I do vaguely remember noticing that as a kid. I was like, the map isn't correct. Now we can mug this guy from afar, so he's much lower chance of actually getting us. Okay, so we're going to do some funny things. We're doing achievements on hardcore, which means no save states, which means we have to deal with wherever the save points actually are. Which one of these was the end? Not this one. I'm going like, which one of you was even the end? I do not remember. I think it was this one? Maybe? Yeah. I'm sure being able to read the signs would probably help, but I can't, so you know. That's just a life, you know? Look at Discord. Okay. Hey. Weird. Modding you just like for some reason caused a bunch of things. I'm gonna look that up later because I don't want that to happen every time I mod someone, and I don't know why it would. Okay, now we can go across. Heck yeah. Got a silver fortune doll. Your strength gauge is increased by 1. Heck yeah. Darn it. It's a bit of a walk if you fall. I don't know. I'll look at it later and see if I can figure out why that happened, and see if I can turn off on my side whatever setting caused that. Like, it's not the worst thing, it's just annoying, you know? Okay, there we go. Now we go back through this. Okay. Okay, across we go. We can now go into the first dungeon. Get some coins, because coins are always good. And go over here. Do 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 do. Hi. Do 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 do. Okay, it's weird how much nostalgia I have for sections of this game where I'm like, It's not nostalgia like it's not the kind of nostalgia where it's like, huh, that's interesting to know. Save the game in your adventure diary? Yes. I didn't know this would be a savable spot. That's actually great. Love that. That means if I fail at getting an achievement, I can also it just shows me. The first thing here is defeat the first boss, and defeat the first boss without getting hit, and defeat the first boss as Ebisumaru without getting hit. So before we get to the boss room, we're gonna switch to Ebisumaru. Wow, you just get to come in here with a bunch of coins. I guess it's because one of your attacks is literally throwing coins. They're pretty generous with them. Wait, did these just respawn if I walk out and back in? Like, did I just make sure I have 1800 Ryo for when I run into the secret shop? I don't remember where the secret shop is. It's where... in Folky Poke, without leaving the area. So whoops. Quick menu. Achievements. There we go. Okay. Do those just respawn? I don't know, because I don't know what you're looking at. So let me do this. Also, yeah, you can make a lot of growth really fast just by doing this. What? This is funny. I'm gonna stop there, but that's funny. You can just make Ryo like by doing that. That's silly. But I don't remember if money is actually particularly helpful in this game. Okay, so I can go over there. I was gonna say, or I can. Oh, I don't have a map in here. I see. I wonder if I can find a map. Like, I wonder if it's that kind of thing. Yeah. 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 There we go. Anyway, this is your tutorial on doors. Okay, camera. I believe in you. You can do it. Doing this without notches is so hard. It's amazing how much N64 games relied on the existence of the notches on the controller. Okay. Still don't have any kind of thing. I can go this way or through that door. Oh, hello. What's that? Some kind of thing on the ground? What is... Now you have access to the map showing the inside of this castle. Oh, cool. Elephant is here to show me the way. It has been a long day for you. Is it a start map? Yeah, okay. So I still can't access like a map like I can on the overworld. That's fine. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna actually play as Ebisumaru for most of this, just because I am going to have to do a damageless boss fight with him in a hot second, and I need to practice with his hitbox, you know? Okay, so that's right, killing all the enemies in a room actually matters. Right. Get some rest. You've earned it. Okay, we go over this way. Boop. Do. Oh, there's a thing over there. How do I get to it? I see that turtle. Got it. Oh, thank you. Jump off of the turtles is a little janky. No? Okay, well, you don't have to get rest if you don't want to. Okay. What is with the jump off of the turtles? It's so janky when they're in motion. It is like maximum jank. Love it if the camera would cooperate and go this way. There we go. I did it. Anyway, I got it. Now we go back over here. Oop. Go. This game just doesn't quite know what to do with your momentum over when you're over the turtles. Got it. Got it. Go through the key. Or go through the door with the key. As one does. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Okay. I love this game. Oh, hello. There's a bunch of tiles. Can I destroy them? I can. And I need to. Okay. That's good to know. Let's get out of here. There wasn't another way out of that room, was there? I don't think so. Let me double check though. Yeah, that was the only way in or out of that room. Okay, good. I'll have to switch back to Goemon to cross that gap, so I will go this way first. That's good to know. I just learned something very important about this game, which is your attack animation can weirdly cancel if you attack right as you land. I want to look over there. I really wish I had a first person view button, but as far as I can tell, I do not. Ow. Look, this is going great. Don't let me getting hit in the face repeatedly convince you that I'm anything but great at the game. Okay, so we got a gold key. That's pretty cool. I forgot there were different tiers of keys in this game, which I actually thought was an interesting take on that, you know, because I grew up playing Zelda games, so I'm very used to the key system. I thought it was cool that I just realized I'm over here like going out of my way to beat up enemies. Please. Does this one require that I jump it? It does. I thought they didn't start that yet. Okay, so gold key can get me in there, but let's go this way first. Okay, we got a nice full heal. That's not suspicious at all. Yeah, that's a little suspicious, to be honest. Like, a full heal right before a room. I feel like this is gonna turn out to be the boss room. And doing it without getting hurt's going to be, a little bit of a challenge on the first try. But we're still going to try. And if I'm right, and it is the boss room. But this place supposedly has 3 floors, so maybe a mini boss room? Because I wouldn't expect the area to be done already. Maybe a mini boss before I can go to the next floor? That makes sense. I don't remember the actual specifics of this dungeon very well. Okay, it's just... And they really psyched me out with the ability to heal. It's just the elevator to the next room. Or the next floor. That's it. Like, they really, like, they successfully psyched me out. I was... Ow. That hitbox is bigger than I thought it was. Ow. Please, camera. Thank you. Jumping is hard, you know? Jumping is hard. Imagine being good at jumping over things. Couldn't be me, apparently. I thought it could, but I was in... Oh, okay. It's a whole thing. I'm guessing I can go somewhere if I go up here, though. Yeah. It felt like that kind of puzzle, you know what I mean? We'll go the way that doesn't require the key first. Ow. Got him. And our reward for that is a silver fortune doll. Heck yeah. We did it. Do a little jump. Heck yeah. Okay, now we go over here. Now we cry probably. No. Ow. We took a little damage, but it's okay. We're fine. Ow. We took a little more damage, but it's fine. We're okay. So that's a locked door, so there's probably a key somewhere this direction. Oh, wow. That's another grab it while jumping one. It looks like it's, you know, pretty snap to it. But I probably don't have to be that careful when jumping. Like, it looks like it'll snap to it pretty easily. That's kind of in the way. Which is not suspicious at all. Ow. I can beat them. Get the silver key. Did it. I have defeated them all. I'm at half health, which is a little worrisome, but it's fine. It's fine. Well, you know, let's just swim back, I guess. You know, like, it's fine. Thank you. Ooh, golden fortune. Oh no, receipt, Mr. Arrow. Creation of the boss will appear on the map. Ah, cool. Oh my gosh, this is that he lays down. That's great. Love this game. Anyway, so yeah, the boss is in fact on the 3rd floor. So now that we know where the boss room is, I feel a lot safer just running forward, doing whatever. Oh, hello. Ow. Let's not talk about. Oh, hey, there's ninjas. Well, you know, I took more damage than I would have liked from the ninjas, but I did defeat the ninjas. So, you know, who's the real winner? You know, at the end of the day. At the end of the day, there's a... Ow. Look, at the end of the day, there's still a clear winner against the ninjas, and it's still me. You know, they may have gotten some good licks in, but I'm still the winner at the end of the day. Like, that's still true. We should be getting pretty close to where... Oh, I see. I almost... At least it doesn't actually lower me to the floor below, you know what I mean? Like, that could be really annoying. Was that worth doing for coins? Not at all. Like, legitimately not worth it whatsoever. But I had to make sure it was just coins available over there, you know what I mean? Like, I had to make sure there wasn't anything else available. I felt danger in attempting to make that jump. You know what I mean? Like, felt dangerous. Felt sketchy. There's nothing else up here, right? Doesn't look like it. Not that I can get the camera to really cooperate. And looking anywhere that I would like it to. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. Okay, up we go. Hey, Baron. I'm sure I heard something down there. Was it you guys? What? And may I ask who you are? My name is Baron. I've come to make Edda Castle a beautiful stage. Stage? What would we need a stage for? It smells like danger to me. Why don't we just grab this weirdo by the throat and beat him up a bit? I'm smart, got it right. Who are you calling weirdo? Maybe I'll just have to beat you up. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the boss is, yeah, right through that door. Okay, I don't suppose there's a save point before the boss fight. There's not a save point before the boss fight. So let's do our best, I guess. The King Robot Congo. Thank you. Oh, thank you. We fight with caution. No, thank you. No, thank you. We fight with caution. The most important thing here is avoiding getting hit. We do not have to beat him quickly. We simply have to not get hit. Oh. Well, this sucks. Let's see. If I let him kill me, can I respawn before the fight? And will it, like, does it respawn me entirely and I can try again at the achievement? Or, am I just screwed? Light me up. Yeah. Torch me. Ah, yeah. Toasty warm. I'm so warm. I'm not warm enough yet. Get back down here. Light me up, you jerk. Thank you. Gosh, was that so hard? Anyway, so let's see if that counts. It does not appear to. We can't. Yeah, the things in the bottom right saying that I was attending the achievement aren't there. So let's quickly restart. We're just gonna reset it. Try that again. Okay. So we're gonna do a couple of things here. First, we're going to just get a bunch of Rio right here. As much Rio as I think we'll actually need for the rest of the game, which is 2,000. Because we'll need 1,800 for the secret shop, and I'm fairly confident that any more Rio we'll just get by playing the game. Because the chances of me not trying to get coins are pretty low. You know what I mean? But yeah, so once I get some money, honestly, I need to do this? Probably not. You know what? What I'll do is I'll get money until I can do the 777, the 777's Rio achievement, and then once I have that, I'll continue on. Because if I really need money, it seems like there's plenty of places like this that I can just farm money pretty easily. I will make sure to save after farming money. I'm also going to effectively clear the whole dungeon and then save. So that way I don't have to do it again. Wonder why the achievements for doing it as maybe Samaru. Is there something I don't understand about how Goemon works that makes him like better? Because I wouldn't consider the hook chain to be all that effective against that boss from what I was seeing. So I don't know how Samaru is worse for that fight. Like, his overall hitbox and everything seems to be about the same. You know? He doesn't seem to be any worse. So let me switch to coin. There we go. I did it. Easy game, easy life. Now we'll save, now that I've gotten that achievement out of the way. I do wish to save the game. Wahoo, we did it. Continuing on. As one does. Okay, I mean, I guess since we're continuing on, I'll... You know. No reason not to. I have to run right by them, you know? Like... No reason not to simply grab the Rio while I'm here. I'm gonna use Goemon the whole way back, just that way I can, like, figure out why there seems to be such preference for using Goemon instead of someone else, because like I get that Goemon's going to get better the further in the game you go. Like, that makes sense to me, because, you know, he's the main character, he's gonna get most of the item upgrades. Oops. But imagine if I was good at video games, and these kind of things wouldn't happen. There we go. That one was on purpose. It was a speed tech. Got back over here faster. Yeah. That's what happened. Yep. Let not your eyes, not the evidence of your eyes convince you otherwise. Okay, boop. The enemies with extreme prejudice. I can handle them. Okay. Easy game, easy life. Got this key again. So that way I can end this strife or something like that. I don't know. Point is I'm beating up the enemies. Let's go get the elephants. That way we have the map. Pick up Mr. Elephant. I don't know why I'm going this way, honestly. It's rather unnecessary since I can get on the turtles at, like, any point. Got him? Like, the only thing I need to be on a turtle for is that over there. You know, I can do that from anywhere. I didn't need to go around. I did to destroy the enemies. You can definitely tell, like, it's really obvious when I play older games that my habit was always to destroy all enemies, because I will just do that, not even think about it. With newer games, I definitely don't do that as much. Okay, please. The game just doesn't know how to handle it when you jump off the turtles. It gets confused. I'm still gonna grab all the coins as I run past. No reason not to. Okay, in we go. Here we go. Out? Did that work out for me? I'd like to point out one of the ones I was firing at just disappeared. It didn't get destroyed. It just pieced out, you know? Like, it was like, no, actually, I don't feel like flinging myself at you. I'm out of here. Screw this noise. It was like, I don't need to do anything like that. Like, that sounds like work. Too much effort. Boop. There we go. I love how big the hitbox is on this. It is very generous. Like, way more generous than it feels like it should be, to be honest. Like, against normal enemies, I definitely agree that Goemon's way easier. I just don't think Goemon's necessarily better against that specific boss. Like, it feels like doing damageless with either of them is about the same difficulty level. Which is mainly don't get hit by attacks you don't know it has. That's the... That is the main difficulty, is don't get surprised. By things that you don't know it can do. Boop. Badoop. Let's go in here and grab the coins and the health. Mostly the coins, though. There we go. Get some more coins. We're above 1,000 Ryo now. That's pretty good. You know, it's this is definitely, we're making good cash. Making good cash money. Mainly because we're not actually throwing coins. You know, you definitely make less money if you're throwing them at enemies. I know, that's such a surprise to everyone. I'm sure it was a surprise to me too. But when you throw coins at enemies, you make less coins overall. Like, I know. What a surprise. Honestly shocking. There we go. Now we go up. Got the silver key. Go this way anyway, because there's a thing to get in here. These guys are much easier with the range afforded by this, because you don't even have to let them shoot. They don't even get the chance. Anyway, there's another silver fortune doll. That's silver fortune dolls 6 and 7? So, you know, we're getting there. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Easy. Jump over all of our enemies with ease. Yeah, it's amazing that I still have some semblance of muscle memory for that. Like, I'm not thinking about that doing the whole jump thing and then like that whole jump and landing there that I'm doing, like, I'm not thinking about that. That's muscle memory still. Like, it says a lot about how much I played this as a kid that it's still muscle memory to, I mean, I'll grant that a lot of games do have similar things to that, but I still have the muscle memory timing for this game down. And that's funny to me. Like, it took me a little bit to get it fully down again, but like, now I'm mostly not missing them. And it feels very natural and very much like muscle memory. Anyway, there's Mr. Arrow. Now the location of the boss will appear on the map. We did it. Anyway, now we have to deal with some ninjas. Ow. Ninjas are very hard to beat without getting hit. They are, definitely the hardest enemies in this castle. The exception, of course, is if you know right where they're. That's not the direction. How did that miss? Money back on that one. But the exception, of course, is if you know like right exactly where they're gonna spawn. I didn't quite remember where that one spawned, but then you can just drop a hitbox under them, they die. It's a very cheap way to handle them, but it is effective. It's just coins over there. I don't feel like taking the time. Off we go. Boop. There we go. Now let's go up here and get this initial scene. Hopefully we can still leave after getting this initial scene. Can I skip this? No? Okay, cool. Hate that. Really wish I could skip it, but alas, I cannot. I love the laugh track. Not many games dared to have a laugh track in them, so I really respect them for that. Like, it takes a lot of confidence to put a laugh track in a video game. Okay. Back down we go. We're going to head out and save. Do 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 do. Going back through that room is almost faster than going forward through it. Which is nice. I appreciate the speed of backtracking being fast. Like, that's not a complaint. For the record, I just want everyone to be aware, it's not a complaint. I don't know why I'm trying to actually walk through this room when I can simply do this. That's so much faster. Okay. Go over here. We're almost back through the second floor. Just got this to get through. Which we'll do by actually running, because it's way faster than swimming. Now we go back down. You know, it's gonna be really funny if I do all of this to make it so that way future attempts will take less time, and then I just clear it on the first try. That'd be really funny. Admittedly. Like, I'll still be vaguely annoyed, but it would be funny, and I can't deny that. Like, it just would be. That's true. It's a true statement. Okay, go over here, and then it's a straight shot to here. Almost out of here. Oh, that's not the right room. This way. So as I was saying, almost out of here. Just gotta go out here. Break these, because, like, we're going through the room, so we might as well. You know, saves us from having to secure funding later, you know what I mean? Okay, there we go. I wonder if you could beat this game without spending any Rio. Okay, our game has been recorded. Back we go. Once again, we get all the stuff in here. Yeah, there's some jank if you attack while landing. I feel like you could probably use that jank for something, but I'm not good enough at video games to figure it out. Like, it definitely feels very awkward when you land while attacking. Very inconsistently awkward too. That's the worst part. You know, if something's consistently weird, or like weird in a consistent way, that's way easier to deal with. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's not talk about that one. It's fine. You didn't need to kill it. Do 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 do. The music for this is so nostalgic for me because I grew up loving this game. Which way do I go? I think it's across the gap. Yeah. Yeah, because across the gap is where the next floor is. Yeah, I'll probably occasionally play more retro games like this to do achievement hunting, now that I know that retro achievements is a thing that exists. I think it's really cool. I would love to do more of it. You know, a lot of the things that are in it, I probably did in a lot of these games. Like, I don't think I specifically did the one available here. Like, I don't think I ever did a damageless run of this game. But, like, you know, a lot of the things that it's gonna be asking players to do are things that I've already done in these games. Like, found out that there's a Retro Achievements for doing something called the Professor Oak Challenge in Pokemon Gen 1. That's get every Pokemon that you can at the earliest stage that you can. Which, while that isn't something that I did, it's pretty close to something I did. You know, the get all Pokemon in the box thing. Just with less trading. Because you only have to get the Pokemon for your version of the game, like the Pokemon that are actually catchable. But that also requires skill, because that means that at the beginning you can't waste Pokeballs. You know, you've gotta be doing pretty good at catching Pokemon. Okay. Switch before we go into the boss room. Have a quick snack. Not that we need it, we're at full strength, but yummy yummy. You know? Delicious. Okay. Let's do it. Hitbox for it is so jank. I'm not gonna try for hits while it's breathing fire. Hello? Hitbox? I did it. Which way are you turning, buddy? This way? Okay, this way it is. Off we go. We're just gonna go all the way around. You know? Okay. I had to at least try for it, you know? Nope. We're being careful. We're not risking it. The vulnerability it sometimes is. What was that bullshit that it almost hit me with right there? It didn't. But that was really close, and that would have been tilting. Nope. We're gonna be careful. We're gonna be cautious in this house. We're not risking anything. We did it. We hop. Okay, be cautious. You know, no reason to risk anything. Also, may I just say, I really appreciate that this game didn't follow the rule of threes. Because, like, I think the rule of threes are overall a good thing for some video games to follow, but if every game follows them, it gets really old really fast. So I always appreciate it when a game doesn't. We be cautious. Like, not about to get hit in a dumb way. We're not about to let that happen. If we get hit, it's not going to be in a dumb way, at least. We did it. Let those achievements pop. Probably have to actually pick up the moon thing before the achievements pop. Yep. Achievement unlocked, bested Congo ++. Achievement unlocked, bested Congo. And achievement unlocked, defeat Congo. All 3 Congo achievements in one go. didn't need to go back and save because I decided to be slightly better at video games than normal and to do it on my second try. Anyway, we did it. We got some kind of moon thing. Hey, what's going on over here? What's the use of this moon thing anyway? We're safe now. Or is this becoming a castle? There's this bright light, and next thing I know, well, look around you. You saw it from the outside. The whole castle transformed when that peach beam hit. I remember that strange man was yelling something like, "Instant stage beam." Instant what? That's a strange name. By the way, where'd that weirdo go? He rushed off in an awful hurry. Got a favor to ask of you. Could you catch the guys at this Edo Castle for me? I beg you. You bet. We won't let you down. They can't expect to get away with this. Good. I knew I could count on you. Oh, I almost forgot. Take this with you. As long as you've got this, you'll be able to open the gate. Anyway, we can now open the gate and continue on. We got a super pass from the Lord. I'm counting on you. Did you save the game to this point in your adventure diary? Yes. The game will now be saved in the adventure diary. Press the A button when you are ready. There we go. Okay, we continue onward now. We can go back to playing as Goemon. Gonna switch to standing desk for a bit. You know, just because I can. You know what I mean? It's a good thing to do sometimes. Wonder if they fix the bridge at some point. Nope, I'm still the only one who can cross it. I've stretched my back out, which is always a good thing to do. Anyway, don't have anything new to say? Maybe I should fix it. He continued. You should, I agree. Please do. Next to the northeast region, just east of Musashi. Someone left a metal chest in the middle of the road, making it impossible to pass. Well, I guess I'll just have to open that chest somehow. Ancient festivals and fights. Okay, buddy. Chill out. I didn't mean to ask about that one. I know the way to the checkpoint. Okay, well. You got anything new to say? I must first do something with a sword. I want to cut. I mean, yeah, that is kind of important. If you wanna do things with swords, you have to do things with swords. That's true. You're not wrong. Okay, you didn't change your text. Let's head to the checkpoint. Hello. That's the Lord's Super Pass. As long as you have it, you can open the gate. Also, I like how this gate apparently has like some kind of electronic lock. It's not. The only title of this game was starring Gatekeeper rather than starring Goemon. Then we'd have a lot more fun. Aww. We'll just keep ending here until you clear the game. Kind of painful, kind of depressing. I love these guys. I love these gatekeepers as a kid. Anyway, so now we're out in Musashi. We have a moon thing in our inventory. Still don't know what that's for. Anyways, there's a couple different ways to go. But before I do any of that, I need to go use the restroom real quick. So nice to have an actual back soon sign. But anyway, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. Kind of annoying that it takes it a second to, like, reacquire it when I switch back. But, you know, it's functional, at least. Meant to grab that coin before jumping down, but it's fine. I just want to see if there's, anything down here. Does not appear so. Certainly appears very barren, bereft of all things for me to grab or otherwise interact with. Okay, so we got a tunnel. Got some robots to beat up. Like, a lot of robots to beat up, honestly. Like, so many robots. Okay, this tunnel kind of long. Okay, so we're over in Iga. Oops. We did a little bit of falling, as one does. You know, sometimes you do a little bit of falling, you know? This feels like the right way. You know what I mean? I'm not okay with that. I'm not down to go the right way yet. I'm gonna go see what's the other way. Like, I feel like this is the right way because the sunset is when you have your first thing with impact, which I believe is the next, like, thing that happens. Which I have if I could find the controller pack, and assuming the data hasn't corrupted in the years since I last turned it on, I have a save that is explicitly at the point that you have the first impact thing, because I liked it that much. I was like, yes, this is where I want to have a save. There's nowhere better. This is where a save file belongs. And I was right. I was right. Honestly, I'd play a whole game that was just the impact fights. I think, you know, if they released a modern title, I'd probably want it to be a bit updated, but you like, general concept-wise, yeah, I'd play that game. Okay, so there is a metal block there, blocking the way. Anyway, so there's Silver Doll 8, so, you know, that's cool. Still haven't found a Golden Fortune Doll. I'm trying to figure out if I missed one, or if there's just not one this early in the game. I feel like it's probably more likely that I missed one, but, you know, it's fine. I have no idea if things are missable in this game. If they are, oops, you know. This might turn into, the achievement hunting for this might turn into 3 playthroughs instead of 2. We should be able to get away with 2, though, so long as I find everything the first time without missing anything that's actually missable, anything that you can't go back and get later. And the reason why is because there's 2 achievements that are mutually exclusive from each other. One is the set of achievements for getting all the dolls, all the fortune dolls, and the other is the achievement for beating the game without ever increasing your maximum life. So, you know, the one for beating the game without ever increasing your maximum life is quite obviously exclusionary from the other one. Also, I think this is funny. Oh, I failed. I didn't do it all the way across. It's funny if you do, though. Like, being able to do jumps like that I always found funny. Anyway, so we go up here. Apparently, those coins respawn? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't miss those. Whatever. Yep, now we're just walking along here. And oh, look, there's a little tower in the distance. We'll just go have fun at the tower. Yep. Just gonna go check out the tower, see who's in there, say hello. You know, just gonna hang out and have fun. I will say, something I think Twitch doesn't handle very well is titles that are shared, because the Mystical Ninja Goemon, if you type in Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, it takes you to the Game Boy game of the same name. Yeah. Maybe we got a conch. I don't know if this is a reference to other Goemon games, or to try and show that someone's gigantic robot impact. Wise Man had it. And so is this rebel all that remains of Wise Man's house? Man, what are you doing here? Oh my god, you're the weirdo from Eda Castle. Only Eda Castle, but now the Wise Man's home? How senseless can you be? You weirdo! Keep calling me weirdo. I'm going to crush you with my robot. Coward, I'm not letting you get away this time. Just came to this point in your adventure diary? Yes. There's a reward for, whoops, I don't have achievements. That's my thing right now. Wrong button. Achievements? Where's the list? Okay. Defeat the first impact boss without taking damage. Yeah. So we will save right here, and this will be the save that we load from for this. Also, may I just say, I do love the impact theme, and I have 2 versions of it in my favorites playlist on Spotify. It's great. We love this theme. This theme is awesome. Da 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 da. I loved this song as a kid. I thought this was the coolest thing ever when I was like 5. And you know what? I was right. When I was 5, this was the coolest thing that existed. That's definitely not nostalgia talking. It's pure quality. I mean, look at it. Look at that metal heart. It's awesome. Like, this is the best thing ever. Like, Impact is the best. That's just a true statement. There's a longer version of this song. There's a second verse. They did the full anime opening for it. Oh. Oops. It's fine. Doing great. Can I hit these with my staff? I can. Cool. So, you know, we're doing great. Okay. Let's go. We can do this. We've got this. We're gonna beat up Kashiwagi. We're gonna take him out. Take him downtown. I do not remember what the controls are. We did not successfully do it without taking damage. Okay. I've been reminded of which one is the fast arm and which one's the slow arm. Okay, if we let him defeat us and restart the battle. Heck yeah. I'm awesome. Okay. Okay, let's let ourselves get taken out. Oop. That seemed like a fun punch to get, you know? Like I couldn't resist. He was right there, you know? The only complaint I ever had with this as a kid is that they simply don't tell you how to play. Like you have to figure out how all these interactions work as a kid. And that's rough. Like it's hard. It's not easy. Anyway, okay, yeah, I can just try again and it'll still count it. Awesome. Boop, get punched. Yeah, that's right. You've been punched. Darn it. Takes forever for me to die. That's the hardest part. I should have done worse the minigame preceding this, so that way I had less health. Obviously. Would have been better. I feel like I should have... I do have other buttons. I thought I did. I wanna figure out how to use this one. Okay, and that's how I throw that. I see. So you only get money if you punch them, which makes sense. That's what you're supposed to do when you don't have enough money. Okay, I'm almost done exploring what all my buttons do. Okay. Okay, so we can only realistically get 2 hits in at any one of those. I feel like I can yank him out of this. I feel like that's true. I feel like that's what you're actually supposed to do with that, is yank him out of that. Yeah. Is there more interaction I can do during that? I think there should be. So that's not a lot of interaction. It does interrupt him from doing things, but Doesn't do much else for me. Anyway, now we will actually let ourselves be defeated so we can make another attempt. Badoop, 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 badoop. Okay, could you hit me one more time, buddy? Thanks. I appreciate it. But persist. Okay. There we go. Now we are I'm gonna just take a drink of water. You know, I feel like taking some kind of drink is a good idea right now. Takes a surprisingly long time for us to be defeated. I feel like it starts me with more resources every time I lose. It's the way it feels. Which is funny. Because I'm still going to be losing a lot. Because I'm here for one thing and one thing only. A perfect victory. You know, that's all that matters. Okay, you know what? You know what? Maybe it's standing. Maybe it's standing that's throwing me off. I'm gonna take a seat for this next attempt. Like, I can stand back up after I get the perfect, you know? That's interesting. Is it because I lost too many times in a row? I suppose that does match up with the amount of lives I have, huh? Is this skippable? The starting scene of the game is. I don't know if this one is, because I think this is probably covering a loading screen. Do 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 do. Dash dash dash. At least we got the cool song again, so there's that. Like it's something, you know. Like it is sure something. Break down. Remember, you too can break down your limits with your super punches. And what do you mean you can't? What do you mean that's not an ability? I'm pretty sure it is. I think everyone can. Like, I'm pretty sure. If Impact can do it, so can you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if Impact can do it, so anyone can. Anyway, this controls your starting stuff, and I'd actually like my starting stuff to be as low as possible, actually. So we're just going to fail this minigame as hard as we can. Still vulnerable, so I didn't fall. Boop. I do think that the death animations here are really funny. You know? Boop. Still ended up with almost the same amount of stuff, and that's kind of sad. I tried. An attempt was made. Houses just give way too much fuel. Don't know why the houses give oil, honestly. It's kind of weird, but it's whatever. Okay. We are now hopefully ready. More time, Kabuki Robot Kashiwagi. We will beat you up. That's right, take 20 damage, jerk. Right, take 20 more. And that interrupted that. It didn't actually mean to interrupt that, but... Oh, darn it, I took damage. What? Those should definitely have hit. Whatever. Can you hit me already, buddy? Thanks. I appreciate it. Couldn't resist. He just looks so punchable. You know what? I'm gonna get some actual practice at this. You know, like... Get hit. It's just a long period where I can't actually fight back, so better to just cancel him out of it. You know? Boop. Yeah, we're gonna get some practice on this one, on this attempt. No. I don't get to do that attack, buddy. Annoying as heck. Get hit. There's gotta be easier ways to deal damage, because I feel like it takes forever to take him out. I'm gonna see if I can grab him while he's doing this. I can. It means that I get hit though, so it's not a good idea. Like I can in fact intercept him during that. It's just not a good plan. Okay, so he cannot take the hits from those super often. You do be having, like, invincibility on his hit stun. Unlike me. No. Okay, yeah, trying to block that out with the fast punch is just a bad plan. Like, one just shouldn't do it. One should only block that with the slow punch, because the timing is so much more generous. Fast punch on that is fine though. It got plenty of time. Okay. Okay, game. If you say so. I disagree, but if you say so. It's really funny what times he's invulnerable to the grab and when he's not. Is there any better way to deal damage here? These methods feel super slow. Like, this fight feels like a long endurance match, and maybe it is. I feel like I don't remember it being quite so much of an endurance match. Maybe that's because, you know, I wasn't trying to perfect it. I'm going to go to Mystical Goemon 64 Pact. See if there's a better way to be doing this. But how? My fist was right there. How did that one get by? Yeah. At least the music is good while I look and see if there's any way to do more damage. Apparently Super Punch and Super Laser are moves that I have. I don't know what that means. We're gonna find that out. So apparently you have a lot of options, actually. Who knew? Yeah. Like, who knew? Yeah, it's apparently just a thing that you have. I'm getting used to Trying to figure out how this actually works. Because apparently it can pull in the enemy. Supposedly. I don't know how though. Yeah, that is so much easier. What? I've played this game a whole life without knowing that these were options. I need to figure out how to use the super laser. That's my main goal right now, is figure out how the super laser works. Being able to pause during this makes it kind of hard though. It's definitely not hitting all the buttons that I'm trying to with that. Get out of here, nerd. No, no thank you. You could approach, that would be great. Or not, I mean, it's cool too. Oh, I see. There's a mash bar during that. I see. I've learned how that move's actually supposed to be used. Okay, we're gonna let ourselves be beaten now. Yeah, this is so much easier because I don't have to wait for There was definitely some panic in that response, but you know, a win is a win. Yeah, we can just do that. Like, I can just fight. My gosh, I didn't know. I've played this entire minigame passively my whole life. I don't know why I can't do it, but I'm gonna stop messing around with the beam attack. It's gonna get me hit in an unfortunate way at some point here. Well, I kicked him at least. just keep getting pulled back in, buddy. Yeah, he can't really do anything about that. Uh-oh. I got hit in a really dumb way there. But I am much better prepared to win this now. I did it. I launched the beam attack. It cutscenes the enemy, and that did 400 damage. Okay. But at least I figured out how to use that one. I'm glad I figured out how to use that one, though, because that looked really cool. Over here. Get hit. That's right. You don't get to do anything, buddy. Like, you just get to lose your health. Okay, now get pulled in. Oh. Uh-oh. 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 Darn it. I deserved that one, though. I was, cocky about my ability to keep interrupting him whatever he was doing. I should be more careful. Should be more aware that at a certain range, I will not be the one to win that interaction. Can I? How fast can I cancel out of that? Not very. Yeah, it's a very slow cancel out. Anyway, so now we need to let him beat us up, which is not the most fun part of this, but you know. Now that I've figured out how to use the moves, I'm feeling much better about my chances of kicking this dude's butt, you know? Like, I feel like I can beat him up pretty easily. There is one move I'd actually like to try and figure out, which is super pipe combo. Oh, beautiful. Oh, unfortunate. Okay, how? How do I do a super pipe combo? I just want to know what this does. I just want to see the cool animation. You know? I see. How did I do that? I see. Speed. I see. I have to hit. Maybe? Yeah, okay. There it was. Okay, now that I've performed that once, I can let myself be defeated here. Super pipe combos question marks on the damage, because actually getting it into combo is like comically hard. Like honestly, I'd be really impressed if someone managed to actually hit the enemy with that one. Anyways, we get to do this again, so you know that's cool. How do you even get more lives in this game? We're almost there. Anyway, so up to this point, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. Oh, I see where. Alright, I see where the one I missed is. That's silly. I'll go back for it after this. Yeah. Grabbing's much stronger than I thought it was now that I've actually figured out how it works. You just get to do 300 damage for free. Like, yeah, there's a cost if you miss. That, yeah. Like, it's not like a risk-free endeavor. Don't get me wrong. Like, I get that there's risk here. But it is not that bad. Especially if he's going to announce where he's gonna be in a second like that, you know? Almost got the beam full. Okay, you're gonna get grabbed again. You're gonna get super punched again. And you're going to get super lasered. And he's now down to 380 health. .360 health. Oh, that's not how that was supposed to happen, but it's fine because we got the grab again. Once again, not what I meant to hit. Okay, we just need to land super punch, and then we're good. Or we'll kick him again. I mean, that's apparently always an option. Oh, come on. That's embarrassing. I had that one in the bag. I threw that one. Like, I had that. There's no excuse for me to have lost that one. I just need to successfully super punch. Or at the very least, not panic. Whatever, take me out. Take me downtown. I've got a broken leg. You're gonna have to put me down. Okay. Boop. Oh, that can't be interrupted by that. I didn't know that. It's good to know. Learn something new every day. So we'll let ourselves get mugged here. Can't believe we were 20 health away from getting it, and I just misinputted multiple times in a row. That's so sad. We'll look away. Look away. It's nothing special going on here. We're just gonna look over here. Yep, nothing happening. Those all go over to where we were looking to explode on us. That's kind of weird, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, this is fine. We're fine. Great, even. Impact's doing great. We're doing great. Everyone's great. You know, like everyone and everything is great. That does explain why I thought the last couple impact battles were really hard. Okay, well, I'm not sure why super punches don't want to be coming out no more, but it sure don't. The kick do though. The kick really wants to come out. But super punch is taking the day off. There we go. Oh, you're coming back, buddy. We're not done. Trying to figure out when I actually need to hit A, because I've been mashing it. No. You don't get to do that one, buddy. Sorry. Boop. Get mugged. Yeah, knew he'd be going in for his below half health attack. Oh, I meant to do super punch, but a kick is better than nothing. How? My fist went through it and hit the one behind it, but not it somehow. And I would like to formally complain about that one. Money back. I know that this game was, the last time I bought this game was like in the 90s or something. Like late 90s, early 2000s, but like, come on. Money back on that one. Like, money back on that interaction for sure. Well, I suppose I will just manage my idle game of choice while I wait for this to finish me off, because it sure do take some time for it to do that. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now we hit try again, and then we have to wait through all of that other stuff. Oh, like one does. Love waiting. How did you know, game? How'd you know I would like waiting so much? We can do this. I will get this achievement if it kills me, which it has several times. But not this time. This time I'm gonna get it. I thought Super Punch was just the heavier punch as a kid. Have you ever gone back to play a game that you played as a kid and thought that you were good at and realized that you were actually apparently really bad at it? Because that's what I'm experiencing right now. That's what's happening to me. That's how I'm, you know, like, you know what, we'll actually be good at this minigame today. Not for any particular reason, just because I feel like it, you know? That was a joke. I actually meant I'm going to be bad at the video game. We just swing and a miss, as they say. Right into the pit, as planned. Jumping is overrated, honestly. Who needs it? Okay, I'll try not to damage impact further. It feels kind of mean at this point. Wonder if it's possible to actually get full on your way here. Are there any other secret controls here? Oh, there are. There are other controls of which I was unaware. I was joking, game. That was a joke. I really wasn't very good at this game as a kid, apparently. Who knew? Not me, evidently. Okay, pull in, super punch, and kick. Get in here, you jerk. Super punch, and kick. It's that easy. Now get in here. Super punch. Little delayed, but super punch. And kick. How? How, game? How did he manage to thread the needle? I'm upsetty. What happens if I use... I can just interrupt his attack. He's all like, I can hit you with my psychic powers. I'm like, laser beam. Just like, I just look at him and go, but what if I used a laser beam? And he's like, a what? Okay. At least I'm consistently getting this jerk to half health before I start having problems. So there's that. Okay, whoops. I missed that the battle started. Oopsie daisy. Like made a little oopsie. A whoopsie even. Like just a little bit of a... I wonder how much this even does. Boop, ba-doop. Anyway, I should let myself die right after this. Oh, that can in fact miss. That's good to know. It had hit every time so far. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was possible for that one to miss. I'd been lining it up with other combo attacks every time because I was using it as soon as it was available. So, you know, it hadn't come up before. Did a little bit of an oopsie on my combo there, but it's fine because I'll just grab him again. You know? Boop. Then kick his butt. That's why the kick is last. The punches are to reveal the butt, and then we kick it. That's how this works. Oops. Just did a normal punch that time. No. You don't get to do your stupid I fly in the air thing. You get kicked instead. Now you get kicked again. And then beam. Boop. Go. Get pulled back in. Nope, you don't get to do your psychic attack. You get pulled in instead. And then super punched. And then kicked. Another super punch will either end it or close to it. Super punched. And then kicked. Yeah, close to it. Any kind of pull back in and punch will end it. So that's all we gotta do. Just punch him and we did it. That took too many tries. But we won, and that's what matters. At the end of the day, we did win. So there's that. Yeah, we're the sparkle in his eye. Anyway, that's the game. Not actually, but that'd be funny, right? I would do that for a game, just end it. I have to get going. We're filming a movie. First, I have to get to America. If you need me again, call me. Anyway, yeah, he's off actually filming movies and stuff. Anyway, yeah, we're saving the game at this point. Because we got both of those. We did it. Anyway. Now that I've done that, I'm going to ignore the way forward and go back and get that silver doll that I missed. Like, screw the way forward. We missed a doll. I will fix. It's gonna be my chat smaller. Whoops. I want to make a fired up emote next. That's the next emote I want. Is some kind of fired up emote. So I want, because I think the two emotes that I have are cute and I really like them as like things that I can use. But they're not like things that I'm like, that I want to be like, yeah, throw some of these in the chat, you know? You know what I mean? They're more like, you know, use them as you want to kind of emotes. They're ones that feel weird, like throw hearts in the chat just feels a little weird. Same with paps, you know? Throwing pats or paps in the chat feels a little awkward. But throwing like fired up in the chat, like that feels like a much more natural thing to ask about. Like, let's get fired up. Like that feels a much more natural thing to ask for. So I definitely would prefer that. I'm also thinking I'm gonna make some goals, get streamer alerts actually properly set up, you know, actually be set up for streaming, like fully, instead of like be only halfway at best set up for streaming like I am right now. Anyway, so what I missed was there's, I don't know why I'm going this way, but this is the long way. I should not go that way, actually. Also, do the shops change what they sell? No? Okay. Because we are on 0 lives, which is a little... like, having more lives is good for a couple of things. Like, I would like to have 9 at pretty much all times, just because it means that if we're in a situation like that again, where we're doing an impact battle, I get that's how many tries I get before we have to sit through whatever cutscenes were before it, you know? And granted, I can't handle the other fights the same way, but you know, you do what we can. I'm gonna go back to standing up, because I mentioned it before, but I got a new chair recently. Like, I got the exact same chair, right? And I didn't realize how this chair is kind of hard at first. And it definitely softened up over time. And it's a chair that I overall really like. So like, I don't want to get a different chair, especially after I just spent money on this one. You know, maybe once I have like, maybe once I have either that real streamer money or that real computer science money, I can throw things at getting a new chair whenever I feel like it. But right now it's more like I don't need it, so I'm not gonna get it right now. Anyway, There's a silver doll. Now that we've beaten the boss, there's the spot that was blocked is no longer blocked. Alright, once again, we're gonna... We need at least 3,000 Ryo for the record. Like, at minimum, that's how much Ryo we need to function. To get the achievements we want, and to get, the other things. Which is a very detailed way of describing what's up, you know? The other things. Anyway, I feel sorry for the people who actually, you know, live in this castle, because it's still overrun with enemies. Like, the Lord is currently staying here for the duration of my adventure. At least it's what it sounded like, so like, it's gotta be kind of awkward, considering it's filled with deadly floor tiles and robots, you know, like that. That seems like it'd be kind of annoying to live in a place full of such things. Yeah. I don't have further commentary on that one. Up we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. Ow. Do do do. Do 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 do. I do really like the music and stuff in this game. It's just very nice to listen to. Very, very energetic. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of always there. It's never offensive to listen to. And the, like, you know, it's never grating on the ears or anything kind of way. And it's just a pleasant listening experience. And it makes great background. I always think that that's like the most important thing that a soundtrack can be, is good background for what's going on for your general walking around themes, and then good emphasis for dramatic moments for the songs that are for that, like for specific character themes and things like that. And so long as it accomplishes that, you're golden. You're amazing even. But yeah, I'm feeling like playing some N64 games. So there may be some more achievement hunt. Where is it? It must be on a side path. I didn't know that. Oh well. I'll see what's in here now that the boss is defeated. I have curiosity. Just nothing. The Lord is not here anymore. He apparently went to go stay somewhere else while the castle is being, you know, renovated. Again. Anyway, I missed wherever the thing is. I thought it was on the critical path. But, I mean, it is on the critical path for the overall thing. But, I mean, I thought it was on somewhere along the path that I had to actually go through to get here. But apparently it is not. Oops. Okay, I see where it is. Yeah. And yeah, it's very much not on the path I have to go through to get here. It is a separate direction entirely. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so we go through this door, that door, and then it's that way. Okay. I figured out where I missed my turn, so I will go fix that. It was in this room that I missed my turn. Should have exited out through this door over here. right there. There we go. Boop. Oh, that's unfortunate. I pressed the jump button too late. Happens sometimes, you know? Well, okay. Okay, there we go. It's over this way. Eat that, jerks. The ninja's rude, though. Oh. Do these coins respawn? Because this is a very fast way to get coinage. And I would be very tempted to simply use it for all my coinage needs. Anyways, there's the 9th one that I needed. That does mean that we're like almost a quarter of the way through this game. And this is the completionist run. The second run of the game will be very quick comparatively. Because we won't need to gather money, we won't need to do anything extra, we will simply, and importantly, we'll have recently played it, so I won't need to figure out where to go. I'll just run, you know? I'll just go along the critical path. Because we have to beat the game with only 5 health, and so, you know, it's easier to just run forward at that point. Anyway, yeah, so walking back here, absolutely not worth it. But getting money from here while I'm here, absolutely worth it. That's almost 100, no, it is 100 Rio, every time I go in here. Which is a fairly good amount. I really wish I had some kind of teleport, but you know, things like that weren't very common back when this game came out. It's the right way. Yeah. Oh, right, there is no one on the other side of that one. I jumped like I will go across and then went right. There's nowhere to jump to, actually. Anyway, across we go. But yeah, there's lots more stuff. Oh, that just kills you. Well, that was rude. On the bright side, loading the save got me 2 lives back. On the downside, I now have to do that whole walk again. Do I have a speed up button? Core options. I don't know where to find the option I'm looking for, so I will simply go back into the quick menu and reopen achievements. I feel like it exists somewhere in it for sure. I just don't know where. But we'll just live with it. I really didn't expect those things to just be a kill. Like, oh, wasn't ready for that reality. The game devs really were like, nah, if you get hit by the giant falling blocks, you deserve it. I figured something out there that I think is funny. You can cancel out the landing animation by attacking when you're near the ground. I doubt it prevents you from taking damage or anything, but it's still kind of nice that you can prevent the slowdown from it. Okay. Such a long walk. From now on, when I finish an area and I'm making my way out to leave, that's when I'm gonna check and see if I got everything in it. You know, just to make it a little bit easier, a little bit less of a hike. Okay, there we go. That implies that I probably can't store lives that I restarted with 2. But maybe I can. And once I have the ability to get extra lives, I'll find out, I guess. You know? I'll get one, save, reload the save, and see if I do in fact get to keep it. Yeah, so you need 1,200 coins to beat the game. One of the achievements is for 9 lives, so I'll need some extra coinage to do that, and then I need 1,800 coins to drop at the secret merchant all at once. That's one of the other achievements, is doing that all at once. That's how many coins I need. At least this place has, like, opens with, like, 150 coins every time I enter and exit. There's that, at least. Wrong way. And that room does have 100 coins in it. Easy. Definitely did not almost fall. That would never happen. I would simply never almost fall. Never ever. Like, I would simply never fall ever. Not once in my life have I ever fallen. That's true. Look it up. I've never been recorded as having fallen down, so you know. Obviously, you know it's never happened off camera. Like, obviously, I live every second of my life on camera if you know where to look. Even right now, I'm double streaming, actually. How ridiculous would that be? I'm sure some people do. Like, there are people out there who are like, I'm a live stream every moment of my life. And one, that sounds like a huge waste of internet. No, don't get hit by that. Not again. We're not letting that one happen again. Not a second time. We gotta at least keep that down to only happening once. Like, it was embarrassing enough the first time. Anyway. We just gotta go over here. Easy. We're doing great. And we go over here and get the thing again. Okay, game. If you say so. Like, I trust your knowledge of the hitboxes better than mine, game. If you say that I missed them and they hit me, who else can I possibly trust? Anyway, there's a silver fortune doll. Once again, I'm pretty trusting that I'll just get enough money by playing the game. You know, let's not talk about that one. I'll grab money whenever I happen to walk by it, but I don't feel any particular need to go too far out of my way for it. Meant to jump there, not throw that out. Not sure how that miscommunication in my brain happened that I hit those buttons like that. Let's not talk about that one. My bio does say I'm mediocre at video games. Never forget. That's always my excuse. I almost did it again. But I didn't. That's what matters. That's learning right there. Let's see, is this faster? Not really. No, it's slower. Okay. So it is faster to just bite the bullet and wait behind it. Do 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 do. Okay. Onward we go. This is definitely content I don't expect to do well. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this because I really wanted to. Like, I was like, I really want to play Mystical Ninja Goemon, or Mystical Ninja starring Goemon. I was called it just Mystical Ninja Goemon as a kid, but that is incorrect. Darn, was hoping for one last coin on my way out, but alas, it is not meant to be. But yeah, like, I played this game a whole lot as a kid, and I just felt like playing it again. So here we are. Me getting to do what I wanted to. You know, as per usual, that is generally how my streams work. I just kind of do whatever I want. And hopefully people want to watch that. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully people want to watch me do whatever I want. Because whether they want to or not, that's my content, fundamentally. And that will not change. Like, the most I'm going to do is go towards the kinds of things that are whatever I want to do that also people want to watch, you know? Like, the most influence people are going to get on me is me doing things that they would want to watch that are also things I want to do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay. Now we can actually continue on. So it's still going to be a bit of a walk. Okay, off we go. We've actually made it to the gate now. We did it. There's 5 more. Rio. No idea if I'm saying that right, honestly. Complete guess. You know, like, I know how to say some things in Japanese because I did take a couple years of Japanese in college. And, like, at one point, I passed the level 5 version of the Japanese language proficiency test. So like at one point I definitely knew like a bit of the language. Like at one point it was probably valid it would probably be valid if I put it on my resume that I knew a bit of Japanese. You know, I was certainly wouldn't claim to be fluent or even conversational. And conversational's around level 3. But I definitely knew a bit. And it's definitely gone for the most part. Like, I still remember some of the vocabulary and some of like the overarching grammar rules, but I need to actually study again to life is pain. At least we got some coins out of it, so it wasn't entirely worthless. I love N64 games and the way things will just phase through. Some of the games from this era are great, and we love them. We stand them. We support them even. With as much support as we can muster. Okay, now we continue on our merry way. My stomach is telling me it is very hungry, and I'm confused. Because I had chicken nuggets earlier, and is that the, like, biggest, most nutritious meal? No, but it's a meal. Like, it should be fine. Like, it can chill out, you know? Like, it can chill. Do. I don't think there's anything else in the house, unfortunately. Nothing else there. I had to answer Okay, we've now made it into Thousand Town. We got an achievement for that. Good for us. Now we get seen by the ninja girl? Yeah. So it was you guys. Yeah, yay, that's not true. What are you doing here? Was following that peach-shaped UFO. Just as I suspected. That UFO has something to do with what's happening, or doesn't it? It's definitely. We missed the first text box, but it's fine. He's begun to investigate. The mysterious things are thought to be caused by the mysterious Flake group. And did you find anything out about the Flake gang? All I found out was that there are several members who call themselves the Peach Mountain Shoguns. Peach Mountain? Huh, I don't care if we're talking Peach Mountain or Chestnut Mountain, or even a Pear Mountain. They'd better be ready, because I'm gonna kick their butts. Their gypsies are the same. Anyway, now we get another character. Yes, I guess you're right. Anyway, Secret Ninja Agent Ye becomes an ally. So, you know, cool. You now have access to Ye. Who, is just them, but worse. At this point, anyway. Okay. We continue on our merry way inside. It's a very old and historical town. Good for it. Kansai region. Impressive. While playing this game, you can also become an expert in Japanese geography. I don't think expert is the right word to use, but was been turned to become a great dancer. I've been kidnapped in the Shikoku region. I better save them with my secret powers. And second thought, now my back's been bothering me. Okay, buddy. Not allowing anyone to get through. I'll let them through once he's taken everything and added to his collection. Hey, wait, let me talk to you. I saw it. A huge long thing flying across the sky. That's true. What does this world come to? Okay, shopping district, you say? I do like shopping. It's true. That just looks like armor that's better, and I don't care. You know? Like, oh no, my armor could be better. Who cares? Adventure diary. Okay, there we go. Back over here. Still can't buy extra lives, so we don't care. No, I didn't want to go back in here, game. I'm sorry. It was an accident. I just wanted to go in here. This is no store, but visit all kinds of places and listen to what people have to say. Then I'm sure good things will happen. Okay, will do. I will absolutely visit everywhere. Okay, yeah, it does. I was like, I thought that was an interaction that did something. I remembered that one. So I'm glad I was correct. That it was in fact something that did something. There's so many sections to every town ever. Hello. Your commander also attack towns and villages. You're not those guys, are you? Nah, we defend ourselves against those things. Ignore what impact did on the way to that fight, though. It's not important. It's not something anyone really needs to be worrying about. Got some more food. Yummy. I'm more hungry now. Need to get me some food in real life. Oh, hello. Sure. Solve my problems, buddy. Go to Retroachievements Village, go and meet the rude guy who you'll find fishing at the Duck Creek in Assassin Town. Thanks. I appreciate it. That's truly the advice I needed right now. Without it, I was lost. David's different areas just to feast on the great food. That's cool. Honestly, Japanese food is pretty good, so I agree, dude. But I'm a big boy now. There's nothing I can't handle. Anyway, that kid's doomed. There's one person in this town who has crossed the Gojo at Hashi Bridge without handing anything to Benki. He's pretty good looking when it comes to his personality. ... Yeah, okay. The Chigoku region is over there. Golden Temple's that way. I don't think we can do anything at the Golden Temple yet. Don't know for sure that I'm correct, though. You'll find it that there's a treasure maniac who waits at the bridge on the lookout for rare treasures carried by people. Okay, this takes us to Duck Creek. I hate that I actually have to go all the way around. Truly, life is pain. At least I can jump down, you know, so there's that. Yeah, I want to go have the interaction with this guy at the bridge before I go clear the way, you know? I feel like I want to have the interaction initially at first before I just clear him away. Like, that feels more fun. Stop right there. If you want to get by here, hand over the treasure you have. Well, come on. What's it going to be? I'll take a different route. You coward. So you're back again. I have no interest in seeing you. Go home, go home. I didn't actually mean to make a selection. That was an accident, but it's fine. You know, we'll live with our accidental choices. Not mean to interact with that. I was just trying to jump. I am realizing that's not the store I'm meant to go into. I am realizing that I am hungry and raids are soon. So we'll get back to this tomorrow. Right now, I need to... right now I need to save, and then I will see y'all next time. See you later. Bye-bye.